Good morning, Year 6. Welcome back to your vocabulary lessons. Today is Thursday, the 25th of February. I'll just start sharing my screen now so we can start the lesson. Okay, as you can see, our learning objective today, as usual with vocab, is to build our vocabulary and to learn new words, okay? So your starter, as on the screen, is Mr. Simmons has a group of 13 jumbled letters. How many words can you make out of these letters? Okay, you can only use each letter once. And your challenge is, what is the longest word that you can find? What is the longest one you can make? I know for a fact that there's a 10-letter word in there. And I've put a little example of their throne is in there, as you can see. So give the screen a pause, have a go, and we'll move straight on, actually. Okay, 6, well done. So moving straight on to our focus words. I hope that starter went smoothly and I look forward to seeing the words that you got. So our focus words are up on the screen today. We've got ignite, zest, kindle, suppress, quell, subdue, satisfy, fulfill, zeal, inhibit, agitate, and stimulate. Okay, so some of you might know some of their definitions already, but if you don't, have a think. Do you know any of these words' definitions? Okay, look for any clues in the words. Okay, if not, then have a go at matching up these. Okay, so match up a few of the words with their definitions. Okay, when you're done with that, play the video again and I'll move on to the answers. All right, Year 6, your answers are up on screen now. So ignite is to set light to an emotion or feeling, or to set light to something, to ignite something. So I'm sure you would have heard people saying igniting a fire, okay? So zest is great enthusiasm and energy, okay? So acting with zest is with great enthusiasm and energy. Zeal is great enthusiasm to get something done and finished, okay? Very similar to zest, but just that little bit of a difference. It's about getting something done and finished. Kindle is to excite or inspire, or to bring an emotion alive, to become excited, okay? Quell is to put an end to a rebellion, or to silence, or to push down a feeling. So you can quell a battle, to stop a battle, okay, or end a rebellion, like it says. And then subdue is the final one, to overcome or to quieten someone, okay? Or to bring something under control, like noise. You can subdue noise, okay? All right, so moving on to the definitions of other words, okay? So those were just a few of them. These are the rest of them. Suppress is to use force to put an end to something or to prevent something happening, to stop information spreading, okay? Fulfill is to have your needs met or to feel satisfied. Satisfy is to meet other people's needs or expectations, or to give enough proof or information to be convincing. Agitate is to stir up people's feelings, to make someone feel anxious or troubled or annoyed even, is to agitate someone, to irritate them. Stimulate is to encourage people to be interested in something or to get people involved. And inhibit is to stop something developing or to prevent somebody from doing something. So it's getting in the way. All right. So there are your definitions. Feel free to pause it and read over them if you're ever unsure. Okay. All right. So now using your definitions to help. So if you need to go back, input these words into the correct sentences. So these sentences are jumbled up. I'm sorry about the ones that you can't see. I'll lift it up just a little bit. And see if you can input the correct word into its sentence, all right? So give the screen a pause, go back to the definitions if you need to, that's not a problem, and then try and fill in the sentences. Okay, Essex. So I'm going to move on to the answers now, and your answers are up on screen. So the first sentence, I can't seem to think. I should go for a walk to stimulate my mind, okay? To stimulate my mind. The second one, you should never attack a bee. You don't want to agitate it, okay? You don't want to irritate or annoy it. The third sentence, the children outside are being so loud. We should close the door to suppress the sound, okay? So to forcibly stop the sound, to suppress it. The next sentence, my swollen ankle will definitely inhibit my ability to run. Sorry, that one's not highlighted red or bold. Inhibit, so it is stopping me from doing something. It will definitely inhibit my ability to run. The next sentence, becoming a footballer would fulfill my biggest dream. Okay, it would fulfill my biggest dream. And then the last one, it was so hot, only an ice cold drink could satisfy my thirst. Okay, satisfy my thirst. So well done if you got those ones. If not, you can use your purple pens to change it. And we'll move on to the next activity. So, speedy synonyms. Can you think of any synonyms for these words on screen now? We've got zest, zeal, agitate, and suppress. Can you think of any synonyms? Give the screen a pause, have a go, and then I'll give you a couple of examples. Okay, Essex, so I've put a couple of examples up on the board now. I hope you could think of a few. I'm sure that you might have some which I don't, which is absolutely fine. So for zest and zeal, I sort of put them together and I've gone with enthusiasm, excitement. Remember to complete the task, it's excitement, enthusiasm. For agitate, I've gone with anger, annoy, or irritate. And for suppress, I went for silence or quieten. Okay, so once again, there are plenty of options you could have chosen. These are just a couple that we can take through to our main task. Okay, so your main task is to write some of your own sentences using your new words and their synonyms. Okay, so any of the synonyms that you thought of in the last task is hopefully going to be used for your challenge. Okay, so as you can see, your challenge is to include your synonyms as well. So try and input them in. And then think about what features can you use? Can you use an expanded noun phrase, a fronted adverbial to make your sentences more complex, more rich, more interesting? Okay, so I'd like to see perhaps 5 sentences using some of the words, perhaps try and use a couple of the words in a sentence. And I really, really look forward to seeing them. So good luck, Year 6. Well done.